Hello, Pat Olsen with you here on our CUSD YouTube channel. We have a chance to welcome in the new principal at Half Moon Bay High School, Mr. Andy Boysen. Mr. Boysen, as we jump right into it, you've been in this district for quite some time as an English teacher, a department chair, assistant principal. So kind of walk us through your history at how you arrived to become the principal here at Half Moon Bay High School.
So, Mr. Olsen, I was returning from Ecuador, where I was teaching at an IB school, with International Baccalaureate School, casting about for work. I was looking in the Bay Area, I was looking in Los Angeles, and a friend of my stepmother's happened to know someone who lived in Half Moon Bay and was involved with the district and said, hey, there's an English position. And so I applied for it, and I got that job in 2000. And I've been here ever since. So 22 years.
Yeah. Quite some time. It's been a long ride.
Yes, it has. But a good one. And so I've taught English mostly and ELD. And you're right. I've worked as department head and other committees and other responsibilities, and slowly just began to be involved in more things outside of my teaching assignment. And I decided to get an administrative services credential. And then I was hired about 3 years ago to be an assistant principal. And currently I'm working with my great team, our great team, Mr. Nazar and Ms. Tower.
And so as you know, you approach this position, you've obviously been here a long time. You understand the sense of community that kind of surrounds Half Moon Bay High School. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. The small town vibe, atmosphere, the fact that students in many cases grow up and attend school from K to 12th grade. Granted, some students go to Hatch, some go to El Granada, some go to Fairlawn View. However, we do know, for the most part, those people still know each other because they cross over in social circles and in family circles, in sports and extracurricular activities, hobbies, that kind of thing, surfing, however, whatever it is. So the idea that we're in a place where people know each other very well. And currently we have a mixed population. We have about half of our students are Latinx or Hispanic, and the other half is white with some other subgroups as well. But still, the thing is that there is that small town feel that all people know each other. And we have that easygoing vibe on the coast, for sure.
You know, you mentioned the easygoing vibe. You follow Mr. Nazar, a very popular, well-liked principal here at Half Moon Bay High School, who really established that mantra of kindness, even formed a kindness campaign, a group of students. So as you follow Mr. Nazar, will that be kind of one of the themes that you'll want to hone in on?
Certainly. There are a few pillars that I want to make sure they continue to stay in place is that we focus on safety and social and emotional learning. In addition, of course, college readiness, work-based learning, those types of things. But if we talk about social and emotional learning, really looking at developing self-reflective students, those oriented toward kindness, toward empathy, toward concern for others on campus, and being able to navigate conflict in an effective, adult-oriented way through dialogue and consensus building. And I think kindness is an essential part to achieving that goal.
Final comment from you, Mr. Boysen, the new principal here at Half Moon Bay High School. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Tell us about, Mr. Boysen, the mindset that you'll have as principal, maybe a couple things that you've begun to think about that might be challenges you'll meet as we get closer to August.
Certainly. With the pandemic, of course, we've had to not only reset academically, but again, reset social emotionally and also reset safety, and trying to move us away from that very difficult experience to getting us back toward where we were. But not only that, all the innovation and change in education which should be taking place, really going back to what was old, but taking some of the old, continuing because it's good, but also trying to be progressive and develop and be transformational and provide really the most well-rounded, comprehensive, safe education for our students.
Well, that's our sit down with Mr. Andrew Boysen, the new principal at Half Moon Bay High School. Mr. Boysen, I'm sure you're looking forward to a relaxing summer and then gearing it up. August will be here before we know it, right?
Indeed it will, yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Again, that's our visit with Mr. Boysen, the new principal here at Half Moon Bay High School, alongside myself, Pat Olsen, right here on our CUSD YouTube channel.